Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome. Today is Wednesday. The last day of the year. Gonna be 2026 tomorrow. I hope you all are ready. For some of you, it might be 2026 already. It doesn't even roll off the tongue very well. 2026. Too many S's. Yeah, 25 had no S's in it. A couple things lined up today. Mostly around playing the games that we played through for 2025. Couple roguelites for sure. I think they're all action. There might be a deck builder or two. We'll definitely see as I get cat aggro right now. But hope everyone's having a good Wednesday so far. Good beginning to maybe a holiday break for you. If you're not taking any break at all, I hope you at least get 10 minutes of alone time at work or at school without having to worry about too much. Definitely thank you all for tuning in today. All this morning, I was trying to continue to weatherproof the house, which I usually do every year, but the stuff that I have been using for a while is getting worn out. So I did have to order new stuff, some alien tape weather seal, and it seems okay. I had to do some caulking. That's how you know that you're in adulthood, is when it's time to do some caulking. This window right here, window over there. Where else did I do? Kitchen window. It feels better. I can say that. I don't feel like I have a chill in my bones right now. But could there be more to do? Yes. Specifically the back door. That whole zone is really bad. And there's a window that's like really high up. I have to pull out the... I forget what kind of ladder it is, but it's like a multi-purpose, like sliding ladder. It's really heavy and really dangerous. So I'll probably have to do that at some point. Let me get Buster out. What do you want? What do you want? There's no way he stays up there, right? All right. Because the issue is that if I go into full ignore mode, he will actually jump up onto the desk. Only does it while I'm streaming. This is not like a normal activity. Yeah, there he goes. Really long, fluffy tail. Yeah, fluffy enough that I might be covered in cat hair now. So yeah, it's gonna be... I don't know why he does this. So cute. Yeah, I haven't had that many cats in my day. Little Q&A session before we get started. We mostly had dogs around the house. But when I moved in with Aerolus, she was a cat person. She does like dogs, but there's a big difference between having a little ankle biter running around the house compared to having these that, worst case scenario, they just jump onto your desk. I guess they could throw up on your shoes or your keyboard. Maybe kill a mouse and like leave it as a present. I feel like dogs, like, they'll pee on the carpet, chew up your Ugg boots. What else would a dog do? Just excessive barking. Just non-stop barking at literally nothing. Something may have walked past the house and it's just barking for the next 20 minutes. So it's like, it's give or take. You can have, you know, some good stuff with the cat, but then you have scars all over your body from getting cut up, where they want to treat you like hamburger. Or maybe you get like the parasite, the cat parasite in your brain from cleaning the cat box without an N95 on. I wear the N95 every single time now. I don't care. It's in the basement. I'm not trying to breathe in cat feces the whole time. Cat parasite? Yeah, isn't there like a cat parasite that it's like is not detrimental to the cat, and it's probably not detrimental to humans, but people say that makes you more prone to paying your cat attention. It's like the parasite wants you to interact with the cat. As in train spotting? What's train spotting? I don't think I've heard that term before. Yeah, the same thing. You all have probably heard of snow bunny mind control. It's cat mind control. Train spotting is a movie with Ewan McGregor. Is that the guy from Star Wars? I'm just making that up. I have no idea who that is. You ain't never seen a cat like this? Yeah, I could have done, like a lot of people have mascots for their channels. I could have made the cats the mascots. I've been sort of thinking about calling subscribers busters, but thinking about like busted builds in a game. Movies from 1996, back when Star Wars was good. Phantom Menace came out in 1996, right? Star Wars Phantom Menace. 1999? Really? I thought it was a little bit earlier than that. Never actually seen the cat? Well, you saw it just a second ago, right? And then River ran off, but she was back there too. It has nothing to do with Star Wars. It's about drug addicts. I mean, Palpatine was on some stuff, I think. Actually, I feel like the twist with Palpatine was really good. Finding, which one was that? Was that Clone Wars? Well, Clone Wars is the show. It's Phantom Menace, and then what? What's the next movie? Episode 2. Oh, it is Attack of the Clones, but Clone Wars is the TV show. Got it. Good movies, by the way. Yeah, there was a time where I was like really into watching movies. I think ever since we lost our subscription to Netflix, like as soon as they kicked in the family thing, where it's like if it detects 2 people logged in different locations. This was probably like 5 years ago. After that, I like haven't seen a single movie since, unless it's in theaters. Sonic the Hedgehog. Wow, is that really the only thing we've been seeing in theaters? Are the Sonic movies? Huh. Yeah, I mean, hey. I'm sure the theaters are popping right now. I'm sure you're all excited for Doctor Doom. I've been seeing all of that on TikTok. You don't need Netflix if you're like Jack Sparrow? As in, you have short attention span? In that case, you're just scrolling through Netflix, not actually clicking anything. We do that sometimes, too. Not even gonna lie. By the way, for those who forgot what we're doing today, the games I played, we did June, because I did Wizard of Legend 2, so we're in July now. Oh, you meant pirate? Back when I was in college, the campus itself had this big, like, massive data what would you even call that? So it was a gigantic peer-to-peer network on the campus. And I think that's where my anime came from, really. I have like a bunch of DVD ROMs filled with anime, and they all came from that time frame. I got Inuyasha, Vampire Hunter. Yeah, Direct Connect. That's how I watched all of Naruto, and I don't think Naruto Shippuden was done by the time I was out. So I only have like the first half of Shippuden. I have every Gundam series except for Seed. No, I think I did get Seed, but I don't really care for Seed. I think I have Animatrix on DVD. I definitely have the Matrix trilogy on Blu-ray. I used to watch stuff. Now all I do is play video games. And sleep and eat. Zero exercise, but we gotta get back into that. 2026 is coming up. New Year resolution. How do you feel about Netflix buying WB? So besides the monopolies, of course, WB has been in such a weird spot over the last couple of years. I feel like the only big hits they've gotten was the Superman movie that just came out, which I would feel like is probably the resurgence of Warner, but now it's like possibly, now that Netflix has it, we have no idea what's going to be for the next movie. I think the Absolute did Warner Brothers also have DC Comics as like paper format? Because I do believe that the Absolute universe for DC Comics is doing very well. People seem to be very excited about that. From a video game standpoint, NetherRealm Studios, I believe, is in bad shape. Are they doing the new 007 game? Warner Bros. Games. They do the Lego games, really? Like Lego Star Wars? I'm sure they got some money for Hogwarts Legacy, but it's like such a contentious title. It's kind of hard to have that as a basis of your economic plan. I know there's a new Lego Batman coming out. That might do something. I mean, I guess looking at these right now, it's kind of slim pickings. And then outside of that, you have what, Cartoon Network and stuff like that. Isn't that all WB now? So a lot of that is RIP. So for the most part, you just hope that Netflix actually does something with it, because the only momentum happening right now, I think, is the Superman movie, and that's it. Everything else, like, think about CW and stuff like that. I don't know if anyone's watching that content right now. Is Smallville still a thing? Supernatural, are they still making episodes? That's CW, right? I don't know what our July game's gonna be. Well, two. Probably Striving for Light, Hell Clock. But I'm also curious on what was popular at the time. July. New games only, please. Neon Abyss 2? That's still early access, I think. Yeah, still early access. Terminal Brigade, I did play some of that. I don't know if I would necessarily want to show it. Not if it's still super buggy. Oh, how's Undermine 2 doing? I feel like none of these games released in July. You had high hopes for Neon Abyss 2. It's okay. I'm sure for a lot of people, this is actually a fantastic game. I have had fun in Neon Abyss 2. Just to say that. I don't know if I would make this like a 1,000-hour roguelike. And I've also never played it in multiplayer. Like, maybe that's where, like, most of the fun is. It's just a lot of times I don't want to have to deal with the eggs. Most of the time you can ignore it, but there are egg builds. And sometimes my weapons feel a little bit lackluster. And then, of course, there's Undermine 2, which came out, like, right around the same time. Also mixed. But I think people's issue with this game is they're saying it's just Undermine 1.5. But I thought that's what people want. Just give me the same game, so I don't have to play the old one. Like, I would imagine with Wizard of Legend 1 and then 2, and then the upcoming Enter the Gungeon 1 and 2, I would imagine that people would say, I just want the old game, but new. A lot of these games, like, are different. Wizard of Legend 2 is different than 1. Gungeon is going to be a bit different than 1. And it's probably not going to go over very well. Hades, for example. Hades is for sure Hades 1, but better. Well, more of Hades 1. Everything Hades 1 did times 2. That's Hades 2. Reviews. Yes. If you like the first one, you'll like the second one. I see. Nothing much new. And worse, they removed some items that had crazy builds. First item room I walked into required either 2 bombs or 1 bomb and my health. I love when games actively try to make sure you get nothing while playing them. Here's a crazy idea for the devs. Not every aspect of the game has to be punishing. Glitch. I probably played Undermine 1 for about 3 hours. I think it has a very fun curse system. I have not tried 2 yet. I do not own 2. Undermine 2, I had marked as Game of the Year, 100%. I mean, they're not done yet. It could still happen. Alright. Oh, God. I don't know if y'all are ready for this. I was watching my buddy Esty today. He was reviewing Celerity, which is another streamer. Celerity's game list for 2025. Also made as a tier list. They had Absalom, I think, in the B tier. Hades 2 was in the A tier. What was in the S that we played? Not a lot in the S that we actually played, but things like Mechabellum were very high up there. Sometimes I struggle on, like, ranking games that I played throughout the year because a lot of games I end up doing a one-off, a one and done, a one-night stand, if you will, with the game I played. And I feel like ranking it from that, like, yeah, you could just rank it on how much fun did you have in your initial playthrough. But I feel like sometimes that doesn't give the game the full benefit of the doubt Maybe the other way to think about it is, you know, if you didn't make it to a second, like, day of playing, then it has to be a lower tier, right? Interesting that my save isn't here. July. Striving for light. This game sounds intense. Each save file has its own unlocks and achievements. Create or join private leagues. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm playing a new save. I did online sync before I loaded this up, but I guess it doesn't matter. Soundtrack? Oh, because they have 2 games. Okay. Chat, I don't really know how to portray this game in the best light, no pun intended. It is a roguelike in the way of you have a character and you have X amount of runs that you can fail before the character is dead. Oh, these are actually different. This one has more projectile damage. This one has more melee damage. And then starting weapons. I forget how to like swap between the weapons. I'm sure it'll teach me all this stuff. So I'll go ahead and mention that the game has a very specific aesthetic to it that, you know, maybe not for everyone. I can understand that wholeheartedly.
Oh, you have...
We have to get through tutorial. I was gonna say, did I have screen tear just now? Oh yeah, there's dodging. Shift is weapon change. And like the game, it's gonna look like there's nothing to this for a little while. It's your basic, you know, walk through maps, kill things that spawn, and then the game asks you to open up your skill tree. And then the game kind of reveals itself a little bit. This is our skill tree. It is completely randomized. Your skill tree will not look the same every time you load it up. Well, the next character you make, I mean. So the different nodes on the skill tree, there is some basic stuff like just max HP, melee damage, but then there's special nodes here. Like melee hits do an explosion, and this is stackable. Each stack of it gives you size, gives you more damage. Ranged attacks have a chance to cast Meteor, stackable. Companions do damage if you want to get companions. Ranged attacks do a swirling blade around you. So it ends up being kind of interesting where as you build out the skill tree, it's gonna get really big. And you'll also be able to replace nodes or make new connections. Like I want to go here and then I want to go this way up to companion. I could like make a path this way. And even though it doesn't look like it, for some reason, when I first started playing this, I had to come back to the game offline because I thought to myself, like, there's something to this that's like actually entertaining. But then it's like just a matter of how, like, where do I find the fun part? And probably about like 2 hours in, I had a character that seemed extremely interesting. Might just get energy? I don't think it matters where that goes. We have an active queue, but we didn't pick up the active queue. I think I messed up the tutorial a little bit. I definitely did not get the active queue. But that's okay. I barely use those unless they're really strong in general. I think this is a ranged weapon. It looks like it's replacing the staff anyway. Why does it look like I'm gonna go in the portal? The music's just on repeat. It's like, it's a little janky, but I appreciate it. Oh, that attack speed's awful. And then, like, I can't tab over to the different items.
You'll return.
So there's, like, little things in here that are, you know, a little annoying, but nothing that, I mean, there's probably some deal breakers in it. We've played lots of games where there's deal breakers. We can unlock weapons by spending light. Wow, that's like really loud.
A few fragments short, I'm afraid.
Light is a resource that we're gonna get by doing little excursions. There's also another passive skill tree here. You can almost imagine like someone tried to make a Path of Exile offline, but then also with the roguelike aspect of it. That's basically what we're doing right now. I think we're still basically in tutorial. I don't know if I care for this spinning blade thing. We just don't have the attack speed for it. Skill gems could replace this. We also have new things we could be doing. So like bursting wield, you could just toss it in. I mean, I guess if we get enough of these, they might do something, but right now, they only come out every time I shoot. Oh, I probably have to hit a target. And they already do no damage. Says we can do upgrades. Transform a normal weapon into legendary or ascendant. Failed. Okay. Easy enough. That's more melee. Melee, we will need health at some point. Projectile becomes poison shot. Maybe we want to head down there. That was Wish that we just saw. Close. Failed. But close, I'm sure. Oh yeah, this blade thing is awful. Hit enemies are poison and spread poison to nearby enemies when they die. That's a melee weapon. But melee in this game is like, that's my melee. Until you find other weapons that are better than that. Plus added range and whatnot. It's weird, it's like the first hour, until you have a character that looks like actually really impressive, it's hard for me to like show the best parts of the game. I got an achievement for not taking damage before I hit level 5. I'll get one more, but I swear if these are still this bad, then that's my last one. It's like we need maybe rotation speed or something. Maybe that'll be it. We are trying to clear as much of the map as possible. There's gonna be like a boss unit on the map, I think, which must be this. This is gonna be so uncomfortable. But I try to tell Airless, like, this is part of being a cat owner. Cats can't do this in the wild. My build's already garbage. It's like, can I do anything to get out of this? Maybe you swerve into melee or something. Or some kind of hybrid. I think we're still gonna grab the poison shot. See how the grid is growing? Yeah, we need both of these, I think. I think poison has its own stat. The issue right now is every shot I do costs my entire energy bar. So I'm gonna need energy restoration. There's little objectives on the map. Devouring darkness is apparently something. As you play through the game, you're gonna find more and more of these random little objectives before you just like go and fight the boss instantly. I mean, I guess there's a world where I change to another weapon while I wait for my energy. Maybe that's how you're supposed to play the game. Choose a skill gem. Meteor cast, melee attacks, collection range. Have a chance to create a piercing blow. I don't think the piercing blow is a ranged attack. At some point you can like make weapons. So I think this is like someone that some player made. More meteor. Attack speed. So we'll grab that, and then we gotta find energy restoration. I haven't done with whatever's on the map.
Hello, Wanderer.
Except.
No refunds, no mercy.
Wow. Okay. How much damage did that do to me? I only have 2 HP left.
No refunds, no mercy.
Well. I appear to have messed up. So the way how the flow of the game works, as part of the roguelike, we have 3 blue bars here. I know it's like 6 because it's top and bottom, but these are shields. Each time you lose a shield. You get shields back when you beat bosses, I think. But some bosses won't replenish a shield, and your character and the world is gone if you lose all the shields. So it's a little bit of a hardcore experience.
Yeah, I got the fragments I said.
Is this ranged? It's like it's both blue and green. So I have no idea. It is ranged. Better attack speed. A nice little night grape. Like I said, everything's so janky is the only word I can think of. But it is like the style of the game.
Yeah, I got the
Sugarcane. Melee hit. Projectiles return to Cinnamon Star. Oh my god, what am I looking at? Alright, let's try again. Oh, wow, we're still here. No. Yeah, this thing's gone. If you fail, the map is basically reset. No, the monsters are still dead. But all the bonus objectives that you were working on. Not the easiest game to play with a cat in your lap. Not me about the abandon the run because I already don't like my character. No. I just think we should probably get rid of all of these ninja star things. The bleed shuriken, they're all bad. I think I got a refund just now. Yeah, so again, you get lots of different gems in here. I can actually refund this. I can't refund this because it's linked to all of these. Correct? I believe so. I can't, like, replace it, but you kind of see I can make links myself, which I think is really interesting. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff in this game. I just have to, like, I have to show that somehow without having a character that's already pre-built. It's like, am I actually gonna be able to kill this? I think I can. It's just our energy regeneration and stuff is very bad. So it's gonna seem extremely slow. And to be fair, it is. Just ignoring whatever the mechanic is. Each attack summons a spider companion. Might be all set. Melee damage up. Shard of Recast. Oh, we have something here. Specialization. Another skill tree. Reduce incoming damage, AoE size, and melee weapon range. Critical damage and crit chance. Energy restoration, we were talking about that earlier. Hybrid training. Hybrid mastery. Permanent companions and companion damage. Let's try here. And then maybe... I wish I could re-roll these. I mean, I can eventually. Reforge connections. It's like I can't go up. I wouldn't mind trying this at some point. It's like if we want to bypass, that's evasion, that's energy restoration. So technically I do want to go down here. I would like to see what Meteor Cast looks like. It's kind of an awkward way to do that. Freaking companions. There's like a bunch of stuff to re-roll the entire series too. Okay. Yo, Navocado, good to see you. So I could go back to base. I'm just gonna go to the next map. Eventually I'll be able to, like, see a bunch of different maps that I could go to. Right now, I'm basically still in tutorial. But it has, like, sort of a weird mapping system, like Summon Eterna. Oh, I was gonna say, is that mine? Everything in this game is weird. Weird, and for some reason, like, it kind of works, at least for me. Exchange all unused of the same type and make them random. So, like, if I don't want companion, I can re-roll it into something else. Or re-roll bleeding swirls into other things. Projectile damage. Yeah, this one changed too. Scatter seems legit. Yeah, so now, like, on hit, 1 star turns into 2 stars. And they still, like, come back to me because that's the basic star effect. And I feel like stuff like that is when you start to, like, really kind of see, okay, the game does have stuff. But the real worry is, like, if you don't see that stuff early on, and the game only looks like this, it's gonna be hard to, like, kind of say, oh, wow, this game could be good, right? Some kind of tunnel? Secret basement? Oh, yeah. That is a secret basement indeed. All right. The combat's, like, whatever as far as, like, fighting bosses. I have had some bosses that were, like, really interesting. They're basically bullet hell bosses. But this one doesn't seem to be doing its job very well. Earthwalker. Each of your attacks casts a stone boulder piercing through all enemies. It reduces your endurance regeneration, which could be bad. It's like, will I notice that? Oh, is it the rocks? Is it the rocks? I don't even know how to look at that. I'm pressing every button on my keyboard. Each of your attacks casts a stone boulder that pierces through enemies. Scales on melee. So, like, we probably don't want to be using that if we don't care about melee. And the fact that the freaking boulders just go wherever they want, it's, like, useless. But for some reason, like, this game actually can hold my interest for a couple hours. It's so bad. I don't know what it is. You could even say, V, just say you like the game. I feel like I'm not supposed to say that. Projectiles trait cutting attacks. Scales with your melee damage. Interesting. I have a lot of energy. So right now our melee... Oh, there's apparently an XP bonus for killing a lot. I think Diablo has that, right? Unlock new map. So like I said, even though we're kind of going into a random map, eventually we'll have the choice of what kind of map we want to go into. Not really using the melee. We did that already. I was gonna set a timer for how long I was gonna stay in one game, because I do know that there were a couple of games that we were in for like 2 and 3 hours straight. Oh yeah, you can turn stuff off. So like if you don't want this, you can right click it to turn it off and then still have the rest of the tree, which is actually legit. All right, we have the exit. I don't see anything else on the map. Never mind. Jump scare. And larger weapons with colossal reach. Melee range. Everything's freaking melee. I mean, that certainly is bigger. I don't even have the endurance to swing with it. I'm okay with my little cinnamon stars. So a fight like this, like, I'm chilling. But they do eventually get a little bit harder. And you can augment everything to do, like, more damage or have more attack speed. You can try to, like, juice the maps to get more rewards. I did get 1 pip of life back. Shard of Quality. Alright, so that's a lot of light. Sanguine Chest event unlocked. Oh, snap. Where's the endurance? Endurance. There's one right here. So with our light, we could get some free endurance regeneration over here and not have to worry about it. So I think for the most part, all range skill node spawn chances are increased. So this helps you get like better stuff on your skill tree. Oh, you have to like pay. Oh, okay. I see, I see. So that was all my light gone. All right. We'll keep going for a little bit. Hopefully you all like get the general gist. I would like to get to the point where I can choose my own maps. Oh, there's like no music. That's interesting. My build's okay. I don't know if there's projectile speed in the game. That would be like really good. There's attack speed, but we need projectile speed. I need these stars to be like shooting across the map. And this is just a basic thing. It's not even an event, really. Speed. Attack speed. Move speed. Connection, refund, energy. I mean, we have to come down here anyway. Multi-shot adds projectiles. If we can get that kind of stuff, you could probably see how it starts to grow. I don't know why I just laugh whenever I show this game. apparently there's like challenge leagues that you can set up. Seasonal content. Ow. Something's talking? Oh, I see, I see. Alright, it's enough getting hit.
Help me!
Help!
Oh.
Help!
Help me!
Clearly, we're on the crab map. I'm sure crabs can only be so dangerous. Well, I guess in like MMOs, you're gonna be fighting crabs forever. I keep getting glanced by different attacks. Because I'm not using the dash enough. I'm really underestimating how wide these little pinchers are.
Help me! Oh,
Forever in your debt.
oh, I will.
Is it just the sword they gave me, and that's it? I feel like I should have gotten a lot more than that. Alright, I saw a shard of change. I think that lets us change something on the skill tree, which is probably going to be super useful. We can still do something with the weapon itself. It has no special effect. I don't know what rarity the weapon is. We can change its base damage. Right now, we rolled an 11, which is like mid-range. Reforge the stats, transform into uncommon, rare, or epic. I guess this is rare. Purple would be epic. I think it just stayed as is. Went down to common. Did I cook it? Oh my god, I think I cooked it. It doesn't even... Oh, it still has the return projectile. But it went down to common. Not a throw. We definitely did not throw the build. One thing I did struggle with in this game was sometimes I felt as though I never saw like a really sick weapon until like 4 hours into the game. We're like, oh yes, that weapon is incredible. I had like a mace that was part ranged, part melee. So every time it did an attack, it also swung with a melee attack at the same time. So all my melee stuff was able to get utilized. It's like really cool. Otherwise, I feel like you're not investing at all into melee or ranged. Like whatever is the opposite of what you're playing. It's kind of interesting with the multiple projectiles. I don't know if they all can hit. If it's one of those situations where like a monster can only be hit by the original projectile until it comes back. And it can definitely get hit by the return projectile. Alright, easy enough. Shard of Chaos. Instability. I think I have to spam these, right? I mean, it just got that stuff. This is for legendaries only. This is bullcrap. Alright, we got multi-shot. The bullet goes behind me, but then it fires out 2 ahead of me. That's legit. Alright, let's keep going. We're gonna save our light in case a shop shows up. Descent mine unlocked. New content. I mean, I feel strong. With enough bounces. It's legit. I just gotta get rid of this rock thing. But I feel like we haven't found a lot of those trinkets yet. I feel like games like this are a vibe too. It's like I want to just turn on and work on my character that's not doing too hot right now. I mean, she's doing bad. It was really bad at first, but now she's actually doing quite okay. How you even tell if you have the XP chain? I have no idea. That's the elite. Okay. It's just gonna die for free. Alright, so return Proj. Our current issue is maybe... maybe energy? Can't get over there. Huh. It's weird that I can't put this, like, inside. Oops. For me, the path up here, like, all this costs so much energy. Change to a random skill node. Definitely don't need that. Area. And then try to head down. Rematch. It's actually interesting that this has a same release month as Hellclock. I feel like those games are a similar niche. We'll be showing that in just a second.
Hello.
Except this guy obviously killed me last time, but we're much better now. Huh.
You again?
Alright. So this unlocked a bunch of stuff in a shop that we can buy. There's attack speed plus 10 minus 30%. I have no idea what that means. Max energy? Oh, maybe it can go from 10 to 30. It's random. So like the energy gem would be nice. Deal an additional melee hit when hitting enemies by melee attacks. These things are really good. It basically like doubles your damage. That's an axe. Some knockback. There's so many melee things. Projectiles return to you, not stackable. Projectile speed up. But if the stars already returned to you, how does that work? I think we definitely want to grab one of these. I just need some more light. Might be light in here. Some of that Yagami. Easy Yagami right here.
You again?
Oh, there it goes. Alright. Just get rid of this. That was killing our energy restoration. If we find any more Yagami, then we'll be in really good shape. You don't get much per map. I'll probably get one light from this, and if there's anything else on the map, then I'll get some more. Crits, melee, permanent chicken. I did not get light. I think eventually you can sell stuff. Yo, XP bonus! Go, go, go! I gotta get that projectile speed, but I don't know if I'll be able to get enough money. My energy restoration is still kind of trash. It's like gating my attack speed. Yeah, that's the whole map. Unfortunate. I swear that wasn't much XP. Alright, what can we get with 2 Yagami? We can change map modifiers once we actually get to that content, but we're not there yet. I think eventually I should be able to sell stuff for light. I'll have to check with the NPC. Like I said, I want to at least get to the point where I can choose my own maps before we next game it. Definitely let me know what you all think of the game. And again, there's a lot of stuff that I play that, you know what, it's probably not for everyone. For all I know, it's for me and me only. Oh wow, you literally can't walk back. Interesting. Maybe it's this guy. Convert items in city to light.
Let me try.
Beautiful. But I can't go back to that shop. Melee we don't care about. Max health. But then there's this ugly companion node here. It's like, it would be fine. Actually, I can do that and get this other hybrid. This does what? Transmute items.
Please, permit me to
I think you
gaze
give
upon
him
the
items.
possibilities.
Yeah, so like if you don't want your melee or your critical hit, you can gamble them. I got one area, which is probably something. Ooh. We hit! Meteor on hit. We could change this into something else. We do already have some meteor. We have a little bit of AoE size. I'm kind of curious. You deal an additional melee hit. I assume this doesn't work, because this is not melee. Area, wait, melee damage. It's hybrid? Huh. And then she unlocks new skills. Range attacks do call lightning. Melee drops lava. You can charge shots to increase projectile damage and size, as well as trigger all range on attack and on skill hits up to 3 times. Huh? It's like, okay, now, like I said, the loop, as soon as you see something that looks like even remotely interesting. See, I don't think the double hit works. That's 50 damage. Hits discharge lightning. Yeah, it's still 50, but it's even better. Because, like, any of these that hit do a lightning discharge. I guess Meteor could have been the right thing in the first place. Loot bug? Oh, yeah. Wait. Faster, smaller loot bug. Okay, we're getting in there a little bit. Guardian Aegis, max health, dodge generation, become invincible. This isn't active. Requires 1 red, 1 blue, 1 green, I think. So I can't use it until I find a green. Wish I could recycle. Because, like, that icon's gonna stay on the map. But I don't think recycle's a thing in this game. So now we're starting to cook a little bit. Just more projectile speed, and it's gonna go nuts. Oh yeah, we have this charge thing. It's like, these are okay. Max endurance. It's like I don't really have a good place to put it just yet. It's like I don't want to just avoid this. Alright. Chargeable. Huh. Wait, is that bad? It's a lot of stars. Okay. I'm with it. Sanguine chest. I don't know what this is. Like, I thought it was an event, and I did skip through it, technically. Like, this does illuminate. I thought maybe like you have to kill the enemies while they're in the circle, but I don't think it does that. It's like nothing's happening. The circle looks the same to me. I just can't leave the circle. Like the larger circle, I can't leave. So if that's the only thing this event is about, then it's not really much different than any other event. I think we made something. It looks busted. I mean, as long as we say it's busted, it's got to be busted, right? Oh, we found green. Projectile speed and range. To replace the melee damage. So now we can use our active Q. Because we finally have access. Let's, there's more multi-shot. $13 light. 13 Yagamis. I swear multi-shot's doing something. Delve depth. One enemy on the map. I don't care to look for it. When do we actually get to, I also wonder how much I should be using the tree. I feel like light is such a big resource. It's how you buy a lot of stuff in this. I don't necessarily want to just blow through my light for nothing. That actually hit me. We haven't seen this boss, right? Oh, okay. Didn't expect that. Guess I should have known better when it died so quickly. Yeah, there's definitely something about the multi-hit that I don't think... I guess I can't just walk through those. I don't think all of them hit. Do we still think discharge is the way to go? This also has a good roll for damage. Your attacks discharge lightning in a random angle, piercing through all enemies in this attack angle. Damage of the amount of discharge scales with skill stacks, and I have none of this so far. Scatter. That might be legit. More scatter. Alright, we'll do one more and then next game it. Because I think you all have like the general gist of the game. We have to get up here. There it is. Because, like, I don't want this melee node, and I don't want Clash of Steel either. So I had to, like, make my own path to get to this increased projectile. And I feel like that part of the game is fun. At least to me. Alright. I forgot I had my cue. Oh, the Pathfinder system! So this is what I was trying to show. Is now We can augment these. Click on the next map node to activate it and open up the modification menu. And then we can add a new random modifier. Replace all if we don't like what's currently on it. Reroll a single modifier. You get XP bonuses, drop rates. Oh, wow. That was quite a bit more than I expected. I mean, it's just HP up. I'm sure it's fine. You can juice it even more. Treacherous, Light Vortex. So I guess it has these three, like, global modifiers, too. And you can activate either one. I mean, it doesn't look like it's changing. This is more XP. Let's try that. Some kind of arena unlocked. Okay. Stars and stripes right now. I can see the vision of the build. I still feel like I don't hit with enough meteors, and maybe I don't have enough projectile speed. I need these things to absolutely, like, roll through the entire map. But I dare say this is working. Ow. I think everything does +1 damage, which is a little annoying. What in the world is that? Deflect. Mirrors your projectiles to strike another target. But I don't have green. I have 1 green. I need 2 green. Focus. Projectiles explode on hit, scaling with AoE size. That's fun. Could just pick it up and see if it goes legendary. Oh, there's a stash in this game, too. But only 1 weapon at a time. Failed. Alright, I think we stash this. And every time we find legendary converters, we try for it. And then just forget about it until then. It's a lot of traps. Same thing I already have, but better. I guess you could rock 2 of those if you really wanted. Though I feel like now we're not really in the business of energy generation, because I'm just holding down the button anyway, and I still get all my energy while I'm charging, which seems strong. Grim Reaper, parasitic scythe that gnaws at your strength. Condition damage down, companion 0. You and your companions gain permanent circling scythes. I swear the XP bonus is worthless. I guess if I had one complaint about the game, I feel like pushing for XP doesn't work. Because I get like 10% more XP is like a single digit of XP. Alright, new event. After I get my Yagami and my projectile range and speed. Descent Expedition unlocked. This is protect the tower. Start. We have no whatever this is. So I assume you just start. All of this stuff is gonna head to the center. It will try to attack me along the way. I was gonna say my character is not very well built for this, because it takes me a long time to charge. You can augment the tower itself. Circling blade. Make sure you don't run away from the blade. Think it's an enemy. And then at the end of this event, we cash out. Alright, tower took some hits. I'm doing the best I can. Another one. I'm gonna need the tower to do some heavy lifting. Because I feel like my build does not work for this. Unless maybe I spam. That actually hit me. My tower's about to die. My tower died. Okay, my build sucks for this. Because I'm doing too much charging, I guess. Like, can I leave? I mean, I can kind of spam it a little bit. But I assume it's just worse to spam.
Hello.
Except...
But look at me now.
Why can I not dodge this guy? Oh, wow, I'm about to freaking die.
They told me not to eat it all. But look at me now.
Shut up. Sit there yapping.
You again?
Alright. We gotta get out of this hole. Random echo weapon. Life leech. That's melee, blades, return, proj. We did say we want to grab that. We saw the lightning before. We don't want companions. Projectile hits cause enemies to explode when they get defeated. Damage scales with melee damage. More life leech. Boomerang. Throw your melee weapon instead of swinging it. But I don't think it turns it into ranged. But you all saw how bad melee is, so that's a way to circumvent that. Transform unused nodes from the entire skill tree into brand new skill nodes. So if you feel trapped, you can just re-roll the entire tree for the empty stuff. I need this. We need the revert shot. We're going shopping right now. It's like I already have like the best version of that. I think I'll grab one of these. Yo, Japena, good to see you. This looks fun. What's the name? Striving for Light is the name of this one. They have a Survivors game, too. I don't know if I would necessarily want to do the Survivors. But if it's literally the same game except on a 20-minute loop, you know, maybe that's okay. Skill tree. Looking good. Looking good. Getting bigger. We did get one of these. R. Not R. Why can't I change weapon? I can't even change my melee weapon. It's kind of weird. I definitely have two weapons. Maybe a bug. Attack speed we don't need because we're just charging anyway. Just gonna grab the health. Maybe I'll be able to change. Oh, it changed just now. All right. Pray. My God. Technically, we could go for epic. But I feel like you just go for gold here. Alright. We'll do the boss. I think you all get the gist of the game. Have invulnerability. Alright, that's it. I think I am starting to feel the projectile speed. I just don't know if, like, as the stars hit and then explode outward, I don't think that explosion is doing, like, more hits. When they come back, though, the monster gets hit by them. And maybe that's enough. This is shoots 2 additional projectiles in random direction. They don't come back, which is interesting. Even though I have return projectile built in. Yeah, I have this node. Oh, that's just speed. It's this. So that's 50% more speed. I can't charge for some reason. Deactivated. Oh my God. You can't run both of these. Why can I not run both of these at the same time? I know it says not stackable, but I would assume that's because it's not stackable with its own similar stuff. Not just anything that says not stackable doesn't work together. Alright, let's peace out. Chat, that was Striving for Light. We're playing that because it was in our July queue. Right in here. I'm sure I played that for more than an hour. Like I said, I was gonna set a timer so I don't play things for that long, but I think we already broke the rule. My bad, my bad. Let's move on to the next one. Another July game that we played a lot of. Hell Clock. 1.0 release date was July. I still play this game offline. again, just something about this. I would even put this potentially in a S tier for a roguelike tier list, maybe an A. It's missing a very, very specific thing that could put it into like the A or S. You all are probably seeing it for the first time, so you won't necessarily recognize it. And I highly doubt I could do... I don't know where I am in the game right now. I can't do a fresh save. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. Let's change the name. This game's not done. Like, they still have development that they're working on. It's just, I know for a fact what I would like to see to take it to that next level. I mean, this says I'm on Act 1. Maybe that's not that bad. To, like, kind of showcase the game. That's the goal, right? Is we're trying to show how these games work. Show if I liked it, if I didn't like it, what I liked about it. Do I have a list of this somewhere? We have our replay, Steam replay, but technically I don't have the list of what we're showing today. Not yet. If I make like a paste bin, right? Maybe that would do it. Just want to get some music while we wait. Okay. Make sure it doesn't leak anything either. So hard to type behind my microphone. October. All right, so what we've shown so far, we did Hyper Light Breaker. And Cryptical Path. People actually said Cryptical Path looked legit. Feb, we did Warrior's Abyss. Surely we played 2 games. We didn't do Soda Man, and I didn't do Reality Break. Did I only show 1 game from February? Is there something popular that released in February? This was DLC. Heroes of Hammerwatch 2 was January. Sworn. That's September. Maybe early access day 1. I mean, I was playing this, but this was released in January. Chat, I don't think there was a second game for February. Jotun Slayer is September. I think it's maybe still early act. No, September this year is 1.0. I don't think the filter does anything. Quick question while between games. Which mic am I using? I believe this is the Audio Technica. It's not the 2020, AT 2020. It's a different one. This only goes by release year. I actually like it. I only had some issues because I also have an audio mixer, a Rodecaster, and it's a little bit of a complicated setup, so I feel like it's still not where it probably should be. In the last video, your audio sounded really nice as well. You left your mic in Germany, so you might buy this one. I don't know what the reviews are between the AT 2020 and other ones. I know a lot of people use Elgato's Wave mic. Oh, I can't search. It'll probably show my location. But I've never tried the Elgato Wave. And I've seen a lot of people use it, and it has like very specific directional audio. So you all will know sometimes like I'll turn and talk to Buster or whatever. And when I watch other people do that, they lose all their audio. On the flip side, this one right here might be considered maybe too sensitive. But most of the time, if Aerolus is just talking and not like coughing or something, I think it'll pick up when she coughs, but it doesn't pick up her voice from over there. All right, apparently I didn't play anything else in February. March, Nubbies. Oh my god. Number, Factory. And then we did Void's Vigil. April was Haste. And Starvaders. May. Obviously, there's blueprints in here, but I didn't load up blueprints to show you all. Deck of Haunts. And Elden Ring. Night Rain. June. Wizard of Legend 2. And was there a second game for June? No, we only did Wizard of Legend. I have Lost in Random on YouTube already. I did not do Dragon is Dead or Galactic Glitch, but like it would have been one of those two. July. Looks like this. August. If I were to do an August, I mean, I'm planning to. I think I'd like to do Mortal Sin. Rogue Prince of Persia. I have on YouTube already, so I don't want to necessarily do it again. Starlight Revolver. I believe this project is canned. So I could do Dead Zone Rogue. September. Yeah, Shure does make good mics. A lot of people do use the Shure. It actually has a preset on this. But if I change it, it'll probably change my mic settings. People use Shure a lot. I'm sure Blue Yeti still does pretty well. But as of right now, I've been in Audio-Technica land. September. You know what? Is this early access? I don't remember that from the game. No, it's not early access. What is going on with the game? Wait, this... I feel like something has changed. They added skins to the game. And when I played this, I had no skins. That one may have been in the game, but I don't have it. Huh. This is a game that I complain about, to be honest. But it has better reviews. I am currently playing games that has worse reviews than this. And I complain about this one. So that, like, shows you all I have no idea what I'm talking. This game is at, like, 92% positive. I'm actually curious if the skins do anything. Like, I see different armor sets. But when I played the game, I did not have a swimsuit. Roguelike. That's it? Just roguelike? Just think about the Shure SM7B or SM57. You own 7B in the past, and my cousin's cat chewed on it. Bad kitty. Is it just... Was it the wire? Because, like, Buster does have, like, an affinity to certain kinds of wires. He loves certain flavors of wire. Like, I swear when you watch the trailer... It's a very good trailer. But I swear when I played the game, I didn't do any of this stuff. There was even one run where I was AFK at spawn. And then I had clones that killed everything for me. I didn't even have to use the controller. But again, 91% positive. I'm just complaining. Star... What's the name? Starfire. Could do Jotun Slayer. Oh, it's gotta be Shape of Dreams. What am I talking about? Oops. October. Yeah, I wouldn't do Mega Bonk. Wow, a lot of stuff came out in September. October, Absalom. Ball Pit. Wow, only 4 games. November. Eclipse Breaker. That's the mug that I'm currently drinking out of, is Eclipse Breaker. I think this is early access. It's not. Interesting. This is early access. I guess it's Wall World 2? I don't know about that one. Yo, Monty, good to see you. Welcome on in. Chat, happy holidays to you. If I haven't already wished you a happy new year, definitely wish you all the best for 2026. I'll also like to mention, today is supposed to be a shorter stream. Once Airless gets home, I'll probably start to dial down. December, I don't know what to showcase. People do like Barely Brave. I haven't played this, and I have not played Raiders in 1.0. Or is this early access? Early access. But Barely Brave, I think, is 1.0. Yeah, in this game, I do believe people said they enjoyed it. It's got some Slay the Spire, it's got some backpack battles. It's got it all. You could do Let It Die Inferno, but I don't know if I would necessarily call this a roguelike. It's really just an extraction game. It's about as much as a roguelike as Escape from Tarkov is a roguelike. You just drop into a random spot, and then there's other people who, of course, make the game different every time. But that's just an extraction PvP game. It's like, is anyone playing anything right now? Released in December, though? I'm really looking forward to this to release, but we don't have a date. Realm of Ink! But this isn't 1.0 either. They just had another massive update. It's time to revisit, I think. Winter Update Patch 2. December version Patch 1. So they don't call this 1.0. This is just like December version. Is Skyward Celestial Palace Update. Chapter 5 finale, but still early access. Is it? New bosses, new forms, K form apparently. Chat, I know what it looks like. Just like Starfire, Eternal Cycle, I know what it looks like. But this game I actually enjoy. This one's 87%, 95% overall. I genuinely enjoy this game. And apparently I haven't even gotten to the end, because they now have like a final chapter, plus difficulty modifiers. This is my example of like if you took a Hades clone, but actually did your own thing. I guess that's Warm Snow. This is basically Warm Snow. A little bit more on the Hades side of the spectrum. I know what it looks like. I promise you there's a real game here. Anyway. I've never led you astray when it comes to games. Am I on the new Ascension? I'm playing Lightning Spin. I'm in Act 1. Matadera. Rosary. Oh yeah, I'm very early. Rosary Orbits. Lightning. This is like all lightning. Zero points. So for those who haven't seen this game, similar to what we just did in Striving for Light, this is another game that tries to emulate You know, let's play an ARPG. However, let's have the player also do a roguelike at the same time. But this one's a little bit different. Instead of you being like a test on, I guess it's a little similar. Basically, I have 6 runs to win. If I don't win in 6 runs, the entire world gets wiped. I don't know about this rosary. It's okay. If I spin mana, it's okay, but like sometimes it doesn't hit. In order to beat the run, you have to make a busted setup. As I'm sure you all are aware, we like to make busted setups in whatever kind of roguelike we play. Yo, 1 div! However, you really can't win on your first run. The gameplay loop is kind of like, all right, so once you actually get as far as you can, you're basically going to get uniques to drop, like unique gear and rare gear. And with that gear, you have to decide what the next build's gonna be. And then you take that into the next run. It's not an extraction, because you can't extract infinitely on the game mode that I'm playing. I'm playing Ascension mode, kind of like a Slay the Spire Ascension mode. So the more I die, the worse off I'm gonna be. Like, I have to win in 6 runs, or else it's GG. Can maybe go mana here. Loot bug. I really think spin is doing all our damage. Rosary's okay, but at the end of the day, I'm sure it's gonna be spin at the top of the chart. So what's nice about this game is I think they sort of solved the idea of how do we get the player to do another run with some sort of stakes, right? I think a lot of times when you play an action roguelike, the only stakes are don't lose or else you have to start over. And like, you become numb to that eventually. But here, it's like, I cannot lose too much or else the world is gone. We have to like control how many losses we have, because I do need a couple losses. So, we beat a boss. We get a choice of a unique gear. And this gear is what I was equipped with. It's this stuff. This stuff is permanent. I can sell it. I can augment it. I can do whatever I want with it. But this we use in the next runs. So, in my head, I have to think. We have Lightning Spin. We have Holy Rosary. So ideally, I'd be looking for anything that fits that theme. Or you could full swerve if you find something that looks even better. So like technically, I could try to get Spell Summon and go Spell Rosary, because I know that is a build. I could go Spectral Knife, because I know that becomes lightning, but it's damage to bleed, and bleed is physical. Laboratus gives you split shot damage. I'm not using split shot, but if I had other split shot stuff, maybe I would take it. There is a timer. You didn't see that as the first thing for the game. So not only am I trying to test on like, can I survive the dungeon? We need to also, wow, why do I not kill these? We need to also beat the timer. Typically, a lot of the people who play this game, they'll have a specific build that they like to start every Ascension with. And that's like your starter. And sometimes that does very well, but this game also rewards you on picking other builds. Like, you're gonna get points that's for permanent progression, almost like a roguelite. And it's sort of like achievement based. So if I win with a blue build, I'll get points that go towards my overall roguelite progression. The pick 3 I'm doing right now for like mana regen and crit and all of that stuff, we lose all of that in between different runs. So I'm also trying to make a build that works with what I found so far in the run itself. I love this thing. The giant comet. Or I guess it would be a meteor, right? Comets are still in orbit. Meteors have no orbit and fall to wherever they're going. Elemental damage. I'm sure we have an astrophysicist in the chat who knows the difference between a comet and a meteor. Now, I have a lot of hours in this game, but this is difficulty 50. Like, this is Ascension 50. So even with all these hours, it's not like a Dead Cells where, oh, I'm winning because I'm just good at the game. I have to literally make a build that will not fail. That's why I feel like a lot of action roguelikes specifically struggle. I'm sure at some point deck builders do it too, where it's like your odds of failure are pretty low if you know what you're doing. It's like the game has to present you with something that could cause failure. In this game, it would be like a Giga Juiced Elite monster that has like resistance to lightning. And I do mostly lightning damage. So I need lightning penetration. Skill mana cost could be something. I feel like I'd rather have regeneration. Alright, another boss. These bosses are enhanced. Oh, wow, this thing actually hurts me. I might have no resistances. I have no lifesteal, that's for sure. Oh my god, I keep jumping into the attack. Well, this is bad. I'm out of health pots. That was really bad of me. I teleported into the thing. I'm not used to this teleport. So with a death, obviously you go back. I have negative resistance on physical. That's not good. We're gonna need physical resistance. Potions. Brute grants you summon damage. I don't have a lot of currency. It's like, what are we looking for? I think we need physical resistance, first and foremost. This stuff is going in here because I didn't change my settings. All right, let's sell. We probably have some points here. 16. Skill level. That's gonna make our mana cost go up. Fizz resistance is over here somewhere. It's down here. I mean, I feel like I probably do this. That's definitely gonna help us kill things. Then I need physical. I'm at negative physical, so things are actually doing more damage to me than they're supposed to. Physical. Fizz resistance. Phantom Marksman shreds lightning resistance. I just don't think Rosary's good. Because, like, there's a world where you could go these two, Phantom Marksman. I could even bring in Brute, maybe? I don't have a lot of space. It's like I would love to reroll this somehow. Okay. This is bad. I don't think I can run both this and this at the same time. Let's try to re-roll it a couple of times. See if I can hit physical resistance. Life. Lightning res. The mana is a bad hit. I mean, I guess I'm spamming rosaries, so maybe mana's not that terrible. These are terrible. There's a lock mechanic. I locked the life. I guess that's fine. Maybe keep the fire res. I probably went down in physical just now. This thing's like giga bad. Okay, Fizz. Soulstone is awful. And then maybe we use a couple of blue thingies. Summon damage. I think I'm asking for a lot, actually, out of this build. Level 3 Rosary. Level 3 Phantom Marksman. Maybe Matadera stays because it's good. Area of effect. This gives you critical damage. Each of these has their own global perks. This one's giving us Fizz resistance. Summon Brute is life and mana. I just don't think we do any damage. Especially without space. I can't get rid of this. I feel like I'm gonna lose so much. But maybe you have to. If I get touched, I'm dead. -14. Alright, we have a taunt at least. And then we try to keep these out. And then just rosary. Run around and pray stuff dies. This is only the first biome, by the way. I don't think we care about that. I'm sure they cost mana, but it'll be fine overall. It's like I only have to press the button one time. Proj speed. You only have so many of those pick 3s that you can do per item. So you do have to be careful not to pick the wrong things. Like, we don't care about cooldown here, but duration's legit.
Uma recompensa para os defensores do caminho da luz.
Duration's gonna allow us to, like, not have to press the button as often on bosses to summon a new Phantom Marksman. And sorry, I am, like, kind of just going to think about, like, what you need to know about this game. The mode I'm on is just the Ascension mode. There is a campaign mode. So this is, like, post-campaign kind of stuff. You don't have to play with a resetting world. You can play with a persistent world. And just have, like, your player, like, always have access to their stuff. I should probably put some points into Prayer of Health, since it gives Fizz Res. I just always feel like I should go for some kind of damage. Yeah, see, this is a lot longer for me to kill this thing compared to what we had before. Right now, it's a mana issue. Double Knives. This is the one we already have. Cast Judgment when things die. Blood Money. Brute instantly revives by consuming your life, but he, like, can't die. I don't think I've ever seen him die. Life Leech. Shadow Dash. Lasso Bleed. Veil of Quills. I mean, this is certainly a better thing to play than what I'm using right now. I've never actually played Veil of Quills before. I'm just so deep in Lightning, I'd have to kind of full reset. But I definitely have to take something. So sometimes what happens is you can already tell that the build might be trash as soon as you walk in. The current issue being no mana. I got percent max mana, but we need like a mana on kill. Bug. We aren't using Conviction right now. Conviction is like a temporary shield that replenishes based on like mana usage or items. Like potions might give you it. But I'm not using that right now. Some builds do damage based on Conviction. There's a lot of exotic stuff you can play in this, which is probably half the reason why I like the game. Out of mana. Yeah, this is not gonna make time. Unless something crazy happens, like I have 0 cost rosaries. Now I need mana reduction. I have done summon rosary before, where like the rosaries come from my summons and scale on summon damage. That's usually very strong. But I have only 2 of the items for it so far. I've never played it with the guns. So that could be like a little bit of the issue. The guns only hit one thing. And as you see, we lack wave clear too. Taunt duration or damage. Technically, he gives us life and mana. But I don't know if I've ever wanted taunt duration. I almost want to skip. I just need mana to show up. And this is also partly because I increased the level of Holy Rosary. So it's actually like, it costs more than I can supplement myself. I guess I could have seen how Rosary is without it orbiting you. Maybe that's the problem, is the orbit. Orbits the player doing constant damage plus 28%. But like if half of it's missing, right? Am I really getting that 28%? I keep getting skill speed. There is a like mana cost that you can get for Rosary, which is probably what you really want. I'm sure there's no such thing as costless Rosary. But the whole game is problem solving. The game is just one giant puzzle on how to make a build not garbage. Alright, this is where we died last time. I might have a little bit more survivability with taunt, maybe? Oh, now I might die. Brute died. Yeah, he's just eating that. Whoa. I mean, it looks like I can win. I won't say this is like the best way to have won this. I see 20k crits. That's gotta be legit. Rip Brute. Not my proudest win. Hitting enemies with Shadow Dash. Convert Holy Rosary to physical with bleed. When Brute dies, gain conviction. Can't reroll. Shadow Dash gives mana. It increases max mana. It doesn't give you mana. Okay. So this map I'm probably gonna hard die on. Yeah, if you look at the damage on the monster's health bar, I want to melt this stuff. I don't even want them to be able to react to me. But here I am, just standing here, waiting on the monster to die. Not good. We'll probably have enough money to get more inventory slots. And like that part isn't even what I would call the worst part of the game. It's like, oh, once I die, I'll get more space and make a better build. I'd say really the only issue I have with this game is that there's only so many maps. If you think about like Hades or even Dead Cells to some degree, at least Dead Cells has multiple biomes to go through. And you choose your route. Here, it's like the same biomes each time, just like you would think of for Hades. So I think what this game really needs is just more areas. If it could do that, I would thoroughly enjoy the game even more. But some people, they don't care about what the levels look like. Like, that's not where the replayability comes in for them. But some people, I might be those people. At least for this game. But I know for a fact that it could be, like, A tier minimum if it had, like, other areas. Because at least with Hades, like, yeah, you go back to the same area, but because of how the dialogue works, you might have a conversation with people in that area. God, they can't kill anything. Trash build. Immune. I think this makes, yeah, immortal minions. And I think it had a fire aura.
No. Look at that damage.
Yo,
We're dead.
Speed Demon, welcome on in. Chat, Happy New Year's to you, by the way, if it's New Year's yet. For us, it's still another, what, 10 hours away? Anyone on the East Coast? Are you also 10 hours away from 2026? I guess it's not always East Coast, it's EST. If you're in South America, isn't like that the middle of South America? Little geometry lesson? Geography lesson, sorry. Coming from YouTube, amazing lists for roguelikes and helpful in this time of the season. Best wishes and New Year. Thank you for the kind words. Like I said, right now I'm working on games that released this year that are not Hades or Megabonk. That's like the overall idea behind this. Games that release that aren't Megabonk or Hades 2. Not to say that those games are bad, but I'm sure you all have seen enough of those. Interesting bleed angle here. That still means that we're running rosary, which is like possibly unfortunate. But like maybe if you get one bleed proc, then it doesn't matter. Because at least the rosary did its job because it applied bleed. I have a sneaking suspicion that's not good enough. Alright, I'm assuming we die here. If we get enough currency to get some inventory slots, I'll be so stoked. But I don't know if I'll be able to actually kill this mini-boss. But yeah, like I said, if I were to rank my games for this year, I would actually have Health Lock near the top. If you just compare it to the stuff that came out this year. I'm sure it's tough with like Hades 2 and Megabonk. Like those are mandatory at the top. Unless you want to be a hipster, which I wouldn't mind. But it would be hard to say that the games are not S tier worthy. Wow, that took me a long time. BizRes. I thought the mini-boss spawns regardless of how many things I killed. Oh, it's gonna spawn on this wave. This wave lets you kill as many things as you can. So you could, like, milk it a little bit. If your build's good enough. Sorry, 1 second, chat. Alright, sorry about that. Chat, how boned are we? I mean, like I said, it's okay to lose because all you're gonna do is go back and make a better build. So you gotta understand that losing is part of the process. You gotta trust the process. Really, the problem with this game that a lot of people had when it first came out is that they would make something, die, and then go back in with literally nothing changed, and then try to figure out, like, why am I losing? Like, this game has a timer on it. It's a test on what you could do build-wise. Like, yeah, there's survivability. So, like, for example, I'm down on physical resistance. But in the end, like, you can see I'm doing 0 damage to this thing. Like, I'd be better off just dying here on purpose. And now that we have some other stuff, we can try to make something that's going to be better than what that was. Which might be Bleed Rosary. Summon Spell. I don't think we need to do that. Unless stuff shows up right here. You could also go back to Spin to Win. Bombardment. Double Knives no longer slows you down. Interesting. That's part of Spin to Win. Just get rid of some of this stuff that we're not going to use. There's melee skill damage. I wonder if that's better. If we go back to Double Knife without the slowdown. Let's see if we have space. 4 points. Inventory slots. Oh, is it way up here? One, two, one. That gives us blessing count, which is okay. I would need 3 levels. 1 level to go to 20. And then you do this one and this one. So that's 3 levels total, which is not a lot. This only needs 200 points. And you can get points by selling things. So I could sell anything that says Conviction. And that's 90 by itself. So that's like half a level. Fire damage. We're going to be doing lightning. Life mana. I know we complained about mana just a second ago, but we're not going to have space for that kind of stuff. Alright, that's Fizz Res. And now I need... This is like 1. And then this is probably 200 worth. So now we just have to sell whatever looks like something we're not going to use. Free lightning res. Wow. Maybe this. If I got some uniques, those are worth a decent amount. Like, I could say I'm not going to play Veil of Quills. Let's opt out of it. We still have the bleed stuff, which is interesting. This is dangerous. It's a very dangerous sell, but I think we have to. Ooh, wow. I need 400? That was like a lot for me to need 400. I'd have to really sell down some of my uniques if I were to do that. Otherwise, we'd be doing another run with a potential death. Spectral Knife Lightning. If I had Spectral Knife gives you mana, I would do it. Oh my god, they are really, really killing me right now. Like, I have ideas in mind on what I could be doing with these. Spell skill damage. Alright, is that enough? I mean, I probably have to sell the stuff I'm currently holding. I'm one away. Just sell anything. Surely we don't run the Phantom Marksman Shreds Lightning. Like, it's a lofty idea. I mean, technically it does work with the spin to win lightning. Maybe it's the Brute. Maybe we don't play that. Again, lofty idea. But I feel like if you ever need to swerve into Lightning Rosary, you need those 3 pieces. That has lightning damage. Okay. We have space. It's not much. Just the corners, really. But technically, it's of 2x2 that we just got. So if we go back, and how much was this? 1,000? I can afford it. That gives us movement while spinning. I could technically still play Marksman. We'll go Spectral. Bring in the lightning damage. And then we have a little bit of lightning res. Not much for mana, so that's a little scary. I think this buffs melee. I think lightning is blue, but also summons. This is also fire, so it's like a lot of stuff that we won't touch. Alright, let's go back. Level 3 spin. Phantom. This gives you cooldown speed. Shadow Dash gives you skill mana cost. Maybe that's better. Brute, I don't think we care about. Though he's not doing nothing, I suppose. Judgment lowers resistances. Maybe that's better. And again, just have it level 1. Because higher level only gives it more time. So we're back on spin. Still costs a lot of mana, just to say that. Let's do some level ups. Another 2% damage. More damage here. This is giving us better mana regen, too. This one... Oh, crap. I have to equip that. The hell am I doing? This thing. And then I think we need this still. Okay. We might have something now. I have 700 bucks. So maybe a couple more upgrades. Maybe not that. This only buffs the lightning resistance. Oh, that's why we were using passage. This is good. be just one of these. Bonus to fire. Stun buildup. Alright. Let's try again. So that's like the overall flow of the game. Is that you're basically trying to get through without death to the final boss of this strip. This stage. Wow, that infinitely better, right? Compared to Holy Rosary. It's like, why even play Holy Rosary in the first place? Like, there are builds for it. And it still might get humbled eventually. But it's like instantly better. And that to me is like the best part of this game is you change something, you go back in, and instant gratification. Or no gratification. And then you're sad. I could use lifesteal, I think. More cooldown. I can dash a lot. Wow. Go for mana early.
Este artefato irá me ajudar a acabar com os inimigos do Monte Santo.
Wow. It's actually spammable. If I had the like max mana thing on dash, that would be sick. Night and day difference, chat. We could probably use AoE size. The big gray circle here, that's the size of my cube. Anything that enters that gets a knife thrown at it. But my left click, my basic spin to win, we aren't very big, not yet. This is really tanky, surprisingly. Alright, we're out of mana. So we still have some challenges. But eventually that will get better. Judgment becomes persistent. Passage gives you conviction. Holy Rosary fires based on you moving. That's so funny. Why do they insist on me playing Holy Rosary? 29 meters is a lot, right? Bombardment deals plague damage, hits recover all cooldowns. And then repeater tech. Probably should have stuck with the rosary thing.
Minhas orações foram ouvidas. Agradeço por esta dádiva.
Alright. We aren't doing physical. Could maybe just get life and start preparing for regen. I don't think life leech is in there. My biome clears are freaking nuts. I know I have a shrine right now, but this is fantastic. This is the dream. Like, if this is what the build always looked like, my god. Alright, now I'm slow.
Fé no Belo Monte me trouxe instrumento iluminado.
But yeah, the lightning's going well. There is shock in the game, which I think makes monsters take more damage. Or something like that. It's like, why do I have no mana?
Uma recompensa para os defensores do caminho da luz.
Damage? Maybe I need mana cost. This thing cost 137. Mana. I mean, I have a lot of mana. Why would I need cost reduction? I think we just keep pumping this. And that's our cost reduction. What is this part of? Mana regen, but it keeps showing me cooldown speed. That's unfortunate. So yeah, sometimes you don't end up with the same setup every single time. And I guess like for a roguelike, you wouldn't technically want the same setup every time, but for an ARPG, you definitely want to build something that works and not screwed on what shows up. So like if mana does not show up, I can't let that be the reason why this failed. We need some other solution. Definitely if we hit throwing knife gives mana, it's GG. And we can run that build for a long time. Yo, Kingu, welcome on in. Happy holidays to you, Happy New Year. I'm doing pretty good today. Mana cost. I mean, this is giving us Fizz Res. I'm still in the negatives. About to say, click it, please. We started the stream a little bit early, so I will be ending a little bit early. That was Airless that just called me. She wanted me to order pizza. So I put in the order. Large cheese, 1 large chicken margarita pizza. That's non-alcoholic. I don't want you all thinking I'm eating the Glinda. Shout outs if you know the reference. Life regen, but we gotta get the lightning damage. Do you remember what all roguelikes came out this year? No, I don't remember. I used SteamDB to tell me what came out this year. Alright, this could be a problem because we don't have Root to tank this thing for me. And we have to actually dodge. But look at the damage difference. And we have stun. So much better than whatever we were doing before. I just wish I had AoE size. Still not like dummy damage. Like typically when I play this game, I got dummy damage. I got the you ain't never seen damage like this kind of stuff. But I am on Ascension 50. Maybe that makes a difference. I didn't know that. Alright. Much cleaner. Summon damage per active summon. Bombardment follows you. Matadera gains charges. Usually that's pretty nice. I'd like to get something that I can use and not have to make a new build. I remember Hellclock here, then Jotun Slayer, Hades 2 Megabonk. Yeah, the whole point of this video is supposed to be Hades 2 and Megabonk were not the only releases. Spectral Knives give you move speed, and attack speed, stackable. It's not the mana one, but it might be good enough. I don't have enough money to keep re-rolling. I'm sure for a lot of people, it's like if it wasn't Mega Bonk, I didn't pay attention. But there's like really good stuff, right? By the way, those relics I'm picking up after bosses, I have to equip them in town. So I cannot use them here. I'm not gonna wait for the worms. They take too long. My damage is still a bit lacking. I think we need levels. So I have to kill everything. And then just assume that, like, we probably won't see the boss of this biome. Moonlighter 2 came out. I'm gonna try not doing early access games. Except for Hyperlight Breaker. I will gladly talk about Hyperlight Breaker. But every other early access is not gonna be included. Spiral Orb. And a Fire Aura, maybe? Plus Evoker, whatever that is. Skill Speed. We need damage. I don't know if that necessarily translates to damage. It's attack speed, but it just kills my mana. Another 10%. I don't know which one's better. I have a sneaking suspicion that stacking too much cost down isn't as effective as getting more mana. Or the idea is that you're already, like, spending 3 mana per spin, so to take it down to 1 mana maybe isn't as effective. Maybe? I was gonna say, if I can't kill that, that's a bad sign. I mean, we're maintaining our mana cost. If I got damage, this would be even better. But things like this that, like, burrow and run away, it's like, I'm not gonna bother. Rogue Prince of Persia did come out this year. I don't have it in this list because I have a lot of vids for Rogue Prince already. Oh, okay, it'll be in the list, but I don't have to play it on stream. Y'all have already seen me play it. Big lightning. Alright, this is where we lost last time. Back when we had no damage, but now my survivability is a little bit questionable. Because I had Root earlier tanking for me. And it definitely had more Fizz resistance. I want to kill this elite before it's too late. Oh, I probably have to kill it.
Minhas orações foram ouvidas. Agradeço por esta dádiva.
Mana! I'm gonna say that Ascension 50, you know, kinda real. Kinda real. Is the highest I've ever gotten. And of course, I still have a ways to go. Nice, we got some time. I didn't kill the elite. It'll be okay. This thing has evasion. Is it regenning? Oh my god, it's regenning. This thing has perks. I couldn't kill that thing even if I wanted to. Astral Ascent was 2024? Ooh, I think it was longer than that by this point. Maybe 2022. Alright, let's show. Astral Ascent. Am I right? Oh, it was 2023. November. But like I said, it was a while ago because I know there's multiple DLCs. And they just released a content update.
Yo! It's a him! It's a him!
Chat, that was Hell Clock. For those wondering why we're playing that, we're showcasing games that came out in 2025. This is our list so far. We are here. Just about half done. And 2026 is tomorrow. So I fear this vid will not be out this year. However, the next stuff on the list, I mean, bangers after bangers. I have to stop myself from playing them for too long. Or else we'll never finish. Like, even right now, so I just died in Hell Clock. And I'm already trying to think, like, what do I want to do to improve the build so I can go again? It's like that loop, to me, is so fun. Like, there's summon. Wow, there's summon the guard, uses split shot. I could literally just full swerve into that and get out of the whole lightning melee setup. We also got, like, Fader's Slash, Bombardment, does Plague, Spectral Knives, that's the thing we were using, so that's attack speed and move speed. We only got 1 point out of that, so we have to make some, like, real money moves. We probably have to get here and then solve the mana crisis. But yeah, hopefully, like, with that, you can see the general idea of the game. But the next time we're on, will I be able to stream tomorrow? I don't know if we'll be on tomorrow. I think tomorrow we'll take the day off. Saturday, I don't know what we're doing Saturday, but I think we'll be on Saturday. Typical schedule. Today, however, I think we're gonna go ahead and end early. We gotta build out the rest of this list. I might try some of this offline too, because I feel like I'm a little bit behind schedule with this list. And I have to find December games, because I still do not know what I'm gonna play for December. And my current list of December is literally 4 games. And it's not Let It Die Inferno. I guess it could be, but I feel like it should not be, but we'll see. Anyway, chat, Happy New Year's to you. I hope you got as much as you could out of 2025, and for everything you didn't, hopefully you wrote it down as a resolution for next year. I have stuff I want to do. Just yesterday, I made a new YouTube channel just to get the username. And then maybe not starting this week, but hopefully starting next week, I'm going to try to do some Channel 2 stuff. And I've done it before on a kind of like secret channel, and it worked out to like some degree, but that's like without telling anyone it exists. So maybe I'll be able to leverage, you know, the main channel and have a Channel 2 and do more stuff. But either way, I'm going to close it here. I can smell that pizza out there, chat. Calling me. Hopefully it's as good as it looked like on the menu. Enjoy the rest of your 2025. Going into 2026, we'll be on at least Saturday by the next time we're on. Either way, you all have a good night, good day, good evening, good whatever, wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in. Stay safe if you end up doing any partying tonight. And I'll see you all next time.